tonight's channeled tarot reading is going to be channeling the energy of Eugene Martin. And Eugene Martin is a boy who went missing on August 12th, 1984, when he was only 13. And this one is literally very local, not only being in a case out of Des Moines, Iowa, but Eugene Martin also went missing from my corner that you can see right outside of my window. So this case is very close to home for me. So this is also a very unique case, and it's one of a string of 3 missing boy cases from the Des Moines area in the 1980s. So first, Johnny Gosch went missing from West Des Moines in 1982 on September 5th. And he was delivering the Sunday issue of the Des Moines Register when he went missing on that day. So fast forward to August 12th, 1984, that's when Eugene Martin went missing while delivering the Sunday issue of the Des Moines Register newspaper as well. And Eugene Martin, I don't know, it's just very strange. So the community picked up on it and the media picked up on it because obviously since Johnny Gosch had just recently went missing from West Des Moines while delivering the newspaper, it's very strange that only 2 years later we have Eugene Martin in Des Moines. And he was also a child who disappeared while delivering the newspaper. Okay, so after Eugene Martin went missing, then there was another one who went missing named Mark Allen, and he was also on the south side of Des Moines, similar to Eugene Martin. Now, Mark Allen went missing on the Saturday before Easter in 1986, and he was 13 years old at the time as well. Now, in September of 1984, so after Eugene Martin went missing, Anderson Erickson Dairy in Des Moines, Iowa, actually printed Eugene Martin and Johnny Gosch's faces on the milk carton. And that was really the first faces on milk carton was Eugene Martin and Johnny Gosch because of A.E. Dairy. So after that, you know, it became like a whole program. And then other faces went on milk cartons starting in, I believe, 1985. So this is a unique case, the Eugene Martin case. He just disappeared and never returned again. Another interesting thing is that my neighbor who lives on the corner actually saw Eugene Martin that morning when he was getting his newspaper bundle. And I think he said that later his bike was just laying there or something like that. I don't remember. It was so many years ago and he told us the story, but anyway. All right. So I'm going to now make myself a channel for the energy of Eugene Martin so he can come through and tell us what actually happened to him. So now I'm going to light this candle in honor of the energy of Eugene Martin. And while this candle is lit, I will be a channel for his energy to come through to tell us what really happened to him in August of 1984. All right, so Eugene Martin, I ask you to be here with me now while this candle is lit to share your story with us with the help of the Tarot and Oracle. Okay. Eugene Martin. And I do ask that the highest vibrations of light and love connect to my highest self Release all previous programming and unwanted energies so that I can be a clear channel for the energy of Eugene Martin. Okay. I am actually going to start with 3 cards from the Murder Mystery deck. So I'm going to give the deck a few shuffles and draw a card. Witnesses may fear coming forward with valuable information. So it's possible that there are people out there or a person out there who knows what happened to Eugene Martin, who is afraid to say anything. Maybe not someone who saw the actual kidnapping or crime take place, but someone who was maybe even involved as a witness. Maybe involved in a lesser way. Okay, let's give this one more shuffle. Okay, so the victim didn't know the killer. So Eugene Martin definitely did not know the person who ended up making him disappear. So that rules out anyone who probably works with him or anything like that, or any of the neighbors, because he did not know the killer. All right, let's get one more. Additional evidence at the scene may be discovered. I don't know. Well, maybe like a body or something. Or something, who knows. Because there is like a little outline of a body in the image here. I found that interesting. Okay. Well, let's see what energy we can pick up on with the Rider-Waite deck. All right. I'm going to start with just shuffling a few times. Oops, dropped a couple of cards. It was the Tower reversed and the King of Cups that fell off. Just as a preliminary message. It is possible that in the case of Eugene Martin, someone was trying to avoid catastrophe in their own life by just kind of like coldly doing what needs to be done kind of thing. Let's see. All right, Eugene Martin. I'm going to draw 3 cards to pick up on the energy. What was your energy leading right up to the point of your disappearance? Tell us how it felt. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like I was just working. Eugene didn't expect anything. He was just working. We got the Empress reversed and the Chariot. I feel like with these 2 cards, let me look at this. Yeah, I feel like in no way did he know what was coming. And in no way, I mean, he was in no way control of that situation. Was the energy leading up to it? He was just working and completely taken off guard. All right, I'm going to shuffle the Deviant Moon deck now. So, Eugene Martin. Give us more clarity of the energy leading right leading up to the disappearance. Like, what led to this? We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. I'm going to cover a part of the image. So with the Four of Pentacles reversed, it's like someone is definitely just trying to have him. Wheel of Fortune reversed. I feel like it was like a wrong place at the wrong time. But at the same time, we have the Seven of Pentacles here. So at the same time, this is weird because I do feel like it was almost wrong place at the wrong time, but also that it was planned in some way. The plans were laid out. All right, Eugene Martin. What do you want to tell us about what happened to you? What happened to you when you disappeared? We got cult, couple, and secret society. So I do think that there were at least 2 people involved here in this crime. Again, there's like a witness, you know. A witness, someone else who knows. So it wasn't just one person here. All right, so let's see if anything else wants to come out here. Well, let's see. I just kind of feel like I need to shuffle these a little bit. It's a big deck, so it takes a minute to shuffle. All right, so Eugene Martin. What else do you want to tell us? So he's just working, and this was a surprise to him. So I do feel like when Eugene Martin was finally, like, you know, let go, it had to do with the ego of the male figure here. If it was a couple, like a male and female, I feel like something about the male's ego made it go to this point, Okay, what else do you want to tell us, Eugene? Yeah, see, it says breakup and then death. That's weird. Something's weird there. We also got crime of passion with the justice card and water supply. This is so weird. Okay, so the water supply is interesting. I wonder if he was taken to a body of water or somehow, I don't know. Okay, so the justice card is here too. So this could be some kind of balancing out for something. The death was a crime of passion over a breakup, possibly. But that's weird. But there was a kidnapping involved. What was that about? Let's go to this one. What was the crime, the actual kidnapping about? Affair and cleanup. This is so strange. Okay. This is so weird. But there was a struggle in, like, some couple, the dating couple, right? We got affair and cleanup when I was asking, like, what is this about? Like, the people that actually kidnapped him. Okay, and we also got the imprisonment card. I feel like he was definitely in prison for a time. He was imprisoned for a time by a couple of people. And someone maybe even wants to say something, but is afraid. Something about water supply, though. Oh, that's too many. I feel like one fell out, but I don't know where it went. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's take a minute here. We have cult, couple, secret society. I feel like this is just like some kind of secret lifestyle, some kind of weird thing going on, some kind of weird relationship. This kidnapping was some kind of balancing out of something. And we got imprisonment. Whoa. Accomplice, partner in crime was upright. But that was a big pile, so I put it back. See, there was definitely more than one person involved here. Wooded area. So I wonder if they also took him somewhere in a wooded area. A wooded area is also where you, like, hunt. Imprisonment, maybe in a wooded area. We got the cover-up and drama. I want, like, let's see. This was all just to cover up some kind of drama, like him not being found again, you know? It was to cover up everything, of course. We also got the mountains card. So I wonder if this wooded area was possibly somewhere in the mountains. Maybe even having something to do with water. Okay, what else do you want to tell us, Eugene Martin, about your disappearance? Strangulation flipped over. But it was like another one that just flipped over, so I'll keep it in the pile. Strangulation. Oh my gosh. The same ones just flipped over. Literally the same ones just flipped over twice. So they want to come out. So here they are. Strangulation. Oops, I held it the wrong way. Strangulation. Jealousy. Remember, we already got the crime of passion. We got couple, dating, affair, crime of passion. Now strangulation with jealousy. Suicide and man-made disaster. Suicide. I wonder if due to some kind of jealousy, maybe it was a stage to look like a suicide within the cult. Within the secret society cult, within the group of people, right? Or the couple. But it was fake. He wasn't strangled by suicide. It was a man-made disaster. But we also have water supply. I wonder what that's about. Yeah, okay. So we got the JE card. So this is a situation similar to what was happening on Little St. James, you guys. This is disgusting. So it's like he was kidnapped. Okay, we got bioweapon and propaganda. Okay, so I feel like with the propaganda card, it's just that with everything that we know about, we don't really know much about it. The news isn't telling us anything even close to what happened to Eugene Martin. But with the bioweapon and fake news, I wonder if, because we also got man-made disaster. Strangulation, JE. JE is like fake death, too. Fake news. Bioweapon. I wonder also if the bioweapon is meaning, like, while he was imprisoned at some point, like, if he was kind of being taken advantage of in certain ways, like, as far as drugs and mind control, things like that, you know? Ritualistic stuff. Secret society cult stuff. Okay. Run away. Maybe he tried to run away at some point. Okay, so. Is there any other messages? Blackmail. There could have been money involved in this too. Obviously with the kidnapping and the water card just flipped over. Weird. We keep getting stuff about water. We got water, alive, homicide. So I wonder if he was somehow killed in the water. Killed by drowning. Or being dumped in the water somewhere. Eventually. Ooh. Okay, so I put him back and then shuffled again. Here's what we got, you guys. Water, alive, homicide. Can't even make this up. They just fell out twice. So now we're keeping them out. Again. Okay, so somehow there was a drowning somehow. This was like a case where I feel like Eugene Martin was in prison for some time. And after like all kinds of stuff happened, it just, he had to be, you know, taken out of the equation. And like, you know, because they don't want anyone to know about, anyone on the outside to know about what's going on. So it's not like Eugene Martin could ever be free again after experiencing the kind of things that he probably experienced. All right. I do feel like with that witnesses, fear coming forward with valuable information, I just feel like maybe eventually they're just not going to be as afraid to come forward anymore. But it's definitely something who Eugene Martin himself did not even know. And if his body is ever found, there could be more information that could be gathered from that. Or maybe someone could look again at the information or evidence that was received, you know, at the last place where he was known to be seen. But yeah, this is kind of went a way that I didn't know it was going to go. Like, I definitely get a vibe that there's a man and woman involved. Definitely get that vibe. Because we got couple, affair, male, crime of passion, dating, drama. Yeah, there's definitely a male and female involved, a couple. Similar to, like, these two, you know, where he had a person, kind of like a handler, who would acquire the young people to come along on these little journeys. Maybe it's something like that, like a couple set up like that. Something similar, you know? Okay. Any final messages, Eugene? Any final messages? Timeline issue. The timeline issue. I wonder what that means. Kidnapped, landfill. So there was some kidnapped. Obviously, he was kidnapped. We have timeline issues and landfill. I feel like there's time that passed between... I feel like there was time that passed between being kidnapped and then being, like, killed. I feel like that is possibly what this timeline is talking about. Like, time lapse in between where he's alive. We got school and power supply. He was like just the right school age to be a good power supply in some way. In some secret society cult activity. I do feel like he was kept alive for some time. We got the imprisonment card as well. So I do feel like he was just kind of kept alive but imprisoned for some time. Possibly treated like a guinea pig for a while in different ways. Maybe even messing with the consumptions. Because the school card could also represent like they were trying to learn something somehow from it. About their own source of power. About their own something that they wanted to gain. So unfortunately, it doesn't look good for the outcome here in the case of Eugene Martin, but there is still some hope out there. There's hope that more evidence could be found if he's ever found. There's also hope that maybe that witness that fears coming forward might actually one day actually become brave enough to just come forward. Maybe. You never know. But yeah, it was definitely like a messed up type of kidnapping, almost like a trafficking situation that took place after he was taken. Now, when this egotism thing in the mail maybe went a little too far with something, then it's all having to be a cleanup after that. That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up from this, unfortunately. So take a moment now and just send love and light to Eugene Martin. Okay. So now it's time to send Eugene Martin back to the energy from where he came. So, Eugene Martin, thank you so much for being here. And now I'm just going to send you back to the energy from where you came. And I will no longer be a channel for your energy to come through. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Goodbye.